Hi, I'm JP Flintoff and this is the Together Project.
I want to say how sorry I am to hear about what's happened to you. I'm not saying sorry because it's my fault, but I'm just sorry to hear it. It sounds like a really bad situation.
We made these films with help from communities across Northern Ireland to provide a framework for you to make life so much better for yourself, your friends and your entire community. When we're having a bad time and feeling anxious, we tend to go into ourselves. We stop being connected with other people.
I think resilience is a brilliant and amazing, useful life skill that doesn't tend to get taught at school. So we can learn ways to think about what resilience means and be ready to be resilient when the occasion comes up.
I'm anxious, frustrated, proud and happy. All four of those things at once.
Financial circumstances here have had a big effect on the centre and on employment, and there's a lot of being demoralised. So whatever's going on for you right now, if we could just go round in a circle and say what's going on.
I'm Susan, and at this minute in time I'm feeling a bit apprehensive.
I'm Sharon and I'm feeling curious. I'm in pain and I'm very, very tired.
A little bit sick, a little bit pissed off because I haven't been paid yet.
I'm Orla, I'm just happy.
So being able to be with other people in whatever way they are is a really important skill towards resilience. As far as it goes, all that we've been talking about feels very kind of on the back foot, as if resilience is all about life is going to be awful and we can't really do anything except respond to it, and it's very, very defensive rather than a positive, active movement out into the world on our own terms. And to do that active, positive movement, we have to find confidence. I feel like my inner critic is partly saying, what the hell are you doing here? You're a complete imposter. And they're all thinking like, why would a man know anything? We all have an inner critic which tells us how bad we are. The inner critic is the thing that keeps on making us not okay with ourselves, because it tells us that we're not blah, blah, blah enough, and we're not blah, 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 blah enough. So it's really important to notice that all of these negative thoughts about oneself are opinions, not facts. My critical voice is saying I'm too old and I'm not attractive. I can actually turn it into a game about what my inner critic says about me. This is a spectrum of opinion, unattractive and attractive. It's not just that. There's lots of different things instead. What is the worst possible point of view about me and whether or not I'm attractive?
All right, you got a face like a melted horse.
I've got a face like a melted horse. Okay, what's the best possible thing that anyone could say?
You're the most attractive man in the universe.
Most attractive man in the whole history of the universe? Brilliant. Here, what would be the opinion where it's slightly better than I'm okay? So being negative.
You look really awful.
Oh yeah, brilliant. And none of us really are bothered by the extreme point of view. I've never been worried about having a face like a melted horse. Thank goodness. So the end point doesn't work, and that doesn't really work either, because I've never believed I'm the most attractive man who's ever lived. None of that really applies. The end points don't work. So my life is lived somewhere around here.
Well, sometimes it won't work out, sometimes it will, you know. It's definitely been, you know, a massive, confident and motivational boost to everybody.
I'd like you to talk about a problem that you would like to resolve. I did a rapid prototype of giving each other advice, and they seemed to really love it. There was a huge amount of energy and the room got incredibly hot.
Most of us like to believe that we are capable of changing, and the price for thinking that is to agree that other people too are able to change, and that we enjoy the great privilege of helping them to do that.
You talked about the telephone call and having someone at the end of the telephone that you could ring when you're feeling wobbly.
So I mentioned this earlier, that one of the components of confidence is having some support. And we actually saw what support looks like, because you were talking about your negative inner voice, and people came in to give you a new way of looking at it. That gift that they gave you was them giving you real support. Thank you.
Next time you catch yourself having a bad time, take the trouble to name exactly what's going on. And when you're under the sway of your inner critical voice, inspect carefully what it seems to be saying about you. Gently interrogate that thought. Is it really true? And think about who you might go to share a difficulty. If you don't have anyone, think of someone now. Think too about how you might make yourself available for other people to share their difficulties.